So we're spending the week in London right now, and as well as doing all the museums and touristy things, we're also eating a ton of vegan food. So I wanted to bring you along with me, show you what I'm eating, and tell you all about the best vegan bites in London. Now, I am not a great vlogger because I really dislike whipping out my camera in public and talking to myself in a room full of people. I think it takes a certain amount of boldness that I just don't really have. I just feel kind of awkward. So, compromise. I'm gonna be shooting a little bit of footage from the restaurant and then I'll take you back to my hotel room and tell you about it. I'm back in the hotel room now. We took a red eye to London, so we've been up for over 30 hours now at this point, and I'm just ready to crash. But first, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about our experience at Govindas. The food was good. It wasn't like exceptional, but it was good. I really liked the thali style, where you could pick what parts you wanted. On the downside, it's not all vegan. Some of it's vegetarian, so you do have to look out for that a little bit. The dal that we got was amazing, and the beans that I got, I really liked the amount of ginger in them. I thought it was really delicious. The fresh papadum, of course, just made everything better. On this sort of less positive experience, as we were leaving, they were pretty pushy that we give them a positive review online. I really understand that positive feedback is essential for businesses to survive and that it can be hard to get that sometimes, but it did just feel a bit much to sort of like accost us on our way out and be like, hey, did you like your food? Give us a good review now. Additionally, right after that, someone who was at least somewhat associated with the restaurant ordered my partner outside and got him to donate for this copy of some, I believe, Krishna literature. See, this is why I can't go fill up a water bottle, because he does shit like that. But overall, I guess it just felt like a little bit pushy, although the food was good. And I loved the thali style, and I forgot to mention, but it is very well priced. So it's definitely a good option if you're in the area. Just be ready to have a little bit of, I guess, that pushiness. Tofu Vegan was really good. They have, I think, like 5 locations in the sort of London area. And if you're nearby, I definitely recommend it. We got their wontons in a chili sauce, which I recommend. They were delicious. We also got cold sweet potato noodles. It's really hot outside, so it was the perfect thing for that. And we also got these roasted peppers. They were great. And we finished it off with a crispy mushroom dish. It was almost like a kung pao tofu, but mushroom and not kung pao, I guess. But it was very, very good. They were also super nice, and they gave us lots of recommendations, which was very much appreciated. They were maybe a little bit more on the expensive end, but not too bad. So, you know, if we were staying here longer, I'd probably go back. I'm just gonna try this Tesco branded steak-free pastry that we got, shockingly, at Tesco. Can't heat this up in the oven. We don't have an oven, so we're just gonna have to try it room temperature. It tastes like vegetarian beef in room temperature pastry. Not complaining. I also made myself a little sandwich here. Here's what we're trying out. First, we have this. This is the Tesco brand as well, and I think it's basically a cream cheese alternative. They say it is garlic and herb soft cheese. So it doesn't have like the tanginess of a cream cheese, so maybe it's not meant to be a cream cheese, but it is really creamy and salty and garlicky. Delicious. On half of it, I have this corn branded vegan smoky ham slices, and then on the other half, this one is their vegan chicken-free slices. It's not super strong of a flavor, but it's tasty. I feel like the chicken one tastes more like chicken smells than the ham one tastes like I think ham would taste. The last thing I'm going to put on my sandwich is some of this cheese. It is a block of applewood smoked cheese made by the brand A Brit Different. Not bad. It does have a bit of that sort of like chalkiness that vegan cheese can get, but it's very soft and it has like a nice smoky flavor. I kind of bet it would melt okay, but I'm not doing that. I'll let you know if I do. So we went to Nama Cafe for afternoon tea, and I mean, I thought it was amazing. We had so many different options, way more than I could eat, so we've got some leftovers here. We got to meet Nama herself. She was very, very sweet, and we got different kinds of sandwiches, lots of different sweets. This is the tiramisu that I'm gonna try now. That is amazing. It is so creamy and coffee. We also got a bunch of different sandwiches. They make all the bread in-house, all the cheeses, things like that. Really, it was fantastic. And everything was so pretty, and yeah, no complaints. Eat some more now. I also wanted to make sure I added that they were very allergen conscious, which I think is always a big plus. The whole staff was very, very friendly and considerate, and it was great. The downside probably is that it's a bit out of the way. It's not near like most of the major museums or anything like that, but we paired it with the Horniman Museums and Garden, and then walking around the site of the Crystal Palace, which is a very cool park. Highly recommend.
So this maze, you see, it's not a labyrinth, it's a maze. You've got choices. Don't know which way to go. Not sure. Oh yeah. Hi.
We started off our day by going to Mildred's, which has been around for quite a while. They have several locations across London, and the one we went to in Covent Garden was so cute. It was, I think, 3 floors of dining, but it was pretty quiet early on a Saturday morning. went there specifically so we could try a vegan full English. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really get it. Like the roasted tomato just ended up feeling kind of watery. Some parts were good. The mushroom was really good. The tofu scramble was pretty good. The beans, again, maybe just not my thing, but they were sweet because they were like a maple baked bean, and that's never really done much for me, but that might just be me personally. Either way, it was definitely worth going for the experience, but not really my sort of thing. To finish off our day, we went to Purezza in Camden. Now, if you are visiting London, I really recommend staying in Camden because there are so many vegan options available. This particular pizza was amazing. We got the spicy lasagna style pizza as well as the pizza with pistachio and vegan mortadella. They were both so good. The crust was fluffy and it came out really quickly. They were very friendly. Overall, it was an amazing experience and like the best vegan pizza I've ever had. So we started off this morning getting breakfast at Cream Dream Vegan Cafe. It is a Ukrainian-run bakery, and it's sort of right in the middle of all the touristy bits of London. And it was amazing. Everything was very Instagrammable, pink everywhere. All the desserts were just stunning to look at, and they were delicious. I think everything or close to everything on the menu is gluten-free as well as vegan. So I got some spinach waffles and I added some of their bacon and a fried vegan egg to it. Great, but the highlight was definitely the pastries. We got some sort of a pistachio situation that was amazing, and I got a Snickers eclair that was super tasty and covered with a little bit of gold dust for good measure. We finished off the day by going to the Spread Eagle, which is an entirely vegan pub. Now this one's a little bit more out of the way, but it is definitely worth the time it takes to get there. We went for the Sunday dinner roast, and we got the roasted celeriac as well as the beet Wellington, and both were delicious. But for me, the star of the show was definitely the Yorkshire pudding with all the gravy soaked up in it. Delicious. I don't really quite get the full English, but the Sunday roast I can get behind. It's also just beautiful to go somewhere that is entirely vegan and definitely puts an emphasis on being inclusive. I really appreciate that. Tonight we spent most of the day in Dover, but we headed back in the evening and headed straight to the Temple of Seitan, which is right next door to Purezza in Camden. It's sort of like classic American style fast food burgers, KFC style vegan chicken, things like that. But it was really well done. Their seitan is a great mix of soft on the inside and very crispy on the outside, and everything was delicious. We did definitely get way too much food, but at least it's delicious too much food. Plus they were playing Beatles music and it was a vibe. I liked it. On our final day, we ate at What the Pitta, which is an entirely vegan doner kebab place in London. It was a little bit further out from all the other things, but if you're going to like Whitechapel or things like that, pretty much on the way. First, I want to say it was objectively really good. The other thing I'm going to say is I ordered the chicken doner kebab, and that was a mistake on my part. Over the past 20 odd years of being vegetarian, I've been served chicken a couple times. And it's always had the experience if I bite into it and my mouth goes, oh no. And I had that experience here. Which one could say is a compliment, that it hit my brain so hard as chicken that I kind of recoiled almost. I think of it as like the uncanny meat valley, where it's just a little too close to tasting like real meat that it kind of puts me off. I did try my partner's, and he got the other doner kebab, whichever one that is, beef, regular, whatever it is, and it tasted much more like seitan. I think I would have been a lot happier with that. But they were objectively both really good. Just maybe shouldn't get fake chicken things. After that, we went to the airport, and as you can maybe tell, I'm now home. I will miss all the delicious food in London. I had some of the best vegan food of my life there, I think. But what I really, really enjoyed more than anything else was that we could go to the corner grocery store, like the convenience store, and find 3 to 5 vegan sandwich options in their cooler. You can't do that here. You can't go to a gas station, which is I think about the equivalent, and get a vegan sandwich. You can't go to very many fast food places and get a vegan option, but all of them in England, and I think most of Europe, have a vegan option. Food overall was a little bit more expensive than it is here. I was staying in London, which I hear is particularly expensive, but it was pretty much all delicious. Anyway, thanks for joining me exploring London and its foods. Let me know which place looked the most delicious to you, what some of your favorites are, or maybe some that I missed. If you liked this video and you want other vegan content that's probably not trial content, feel free to subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye!
We're in a maze. It's amazing.